Download Python. Visit the Python website, www.python.org, and click on Downloads for Windows. Python 3 is available in the latest version. Click here to download. Run the Executable Installer. Once your download completes, visit your Download directory. Then double-click Python 3.10.5 AMD64 file to start the Python setup. At this point, you will get two installation options. Option 1, Install Now. This option is helpful if you are a newbie. Just select Install Now and it will install Python 3.9 with default settings. This path would be the default Python installation directory. It will also install idle, pip, documentation and shortcuts. Check the following two checkboxes. The Install Launcher for all users, recommended, checkbox will install a Python launcher shortcut for every user profile on your computer. Python 3.10.5 will be available to anyone who logs into your system. Python 3.10.5 to path, select this checkbox to automatically add Python and pip path variables in the system environment. After installation, you will need to manually add the path variable if you do not select this option now. The checkboxes for Add Python 3.10.5 to path and Install Launcher for all users should be selected. Now click on Install Now. Sit back and relax. Python and pip installation will take some time to complete. Choose Disable Path Length Limit. Windows 10 has now been successfully installed with Python and pip. The Disable Path Length Limit option must be selected here. It allows Python to bypass the max_path limitation of 260 characters. Basically, it means that your installation directory path exceeds 260 characters. The path variable cannot be added by Python. Windows 10 has this limitation. Then select Disable Path Length Limit, then enable Python 3.10.5 in User Access Control and select Close. Option 2, Customize Installation. If you are a pro and need to know what all features will be installed with Python. Also, in case you already have Python installed and want to test the latest version. Using the Customize Installation option, you can choose a different installation folder and can keep both Python versions. Check the following two checkboxes. The checkboxes for Add Python 3.10.5 to path and Install Launcher for all users should be selected. Click on Customize Installation. Optional features can be added or removed. In this window, you are able to add or remove optional features available with Python 3. Now let's take a closer look at each optional feature available. Documentation. Checking this box will install all Python documentation and manuals. Pip. I informed you in step 1 of the download section. Python 3.10.5 already includes pip. If you want pip to be installed automatically with Python 3.10.5, which I highly recommend, check this checkbox. TCL. The TK and idle tkinter and the idle development environment will be installed if you check this box. Therefore, it does not need to be installed separately. Python Test Suite sets up the standard library suite. Py Launcher for all users requires elevation. The global Py Launcher is installed for all users. To perform it, you must have administrator rights, elevation. From their user profiles, all users can conveniently launch Python. Select the optional features you require and click Next. Keep all options checked, I suggest. Select Python 3.10.5's Advanced Options. Listed below are the advanced options available, which are self-explanatory. Install for all users. Python 3.10.5 will be installed for all users on your machine. I am the only user in my case. I don't really care about this option. Associate files with Python requires the Py Launcher. The associated files should be linked to the Python launcher. Create shortcuts for installed applications. Add shortcut icons to Python, pip, and any installed optional features. Add Python to environment variables. Add Python and pip environment variables. Precompile standard library includes precompiled libraries. Download debugging symbols. These symbols add additional information to the symbol table. Download debug binaries, requires VS 2017 or later, installs required and dependent debugging binaries. Choose the options that suit your needs. If you are a newbie, you can proceed with the default selected options shown in the video. You can select a custom installation folder, optional. If you already have Python installed and would like to keep it safe. In addition, you should install a newer version of Python for testing. Click Browse, select your destination installation folder, click OK. Click Install. Allow Python 3.10.5 to make changes to your system by selecting Yes. Let Python 3.9 and pip setup finish. Take a deep breath and relax. It will take some time to install Python and pip. Choose Disable Path Length Limit. Windows 10 has now been successfully installed with Python and pip. The Disable Path Length Limit option must be selected here. It allows Python to bypass the max_path limitation of 260 characters. Basically, it means that your installation directory path exceeds 260 characters. The path variable cannot be added by Python. Windows 10 has this limitation. Then select Disable Path Length Limit, then enable Python 3.10.5 in User Access Control and select Close. Verify Python was installed on Windows. Open Command Prompt in your system. Press Enter after you have written the code. Python. Here are the details you can see now. Congratulations! Python has been installed on your system. Now go to Python. Windows Search. Type IDLE. In Python, IDLE stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment. Programmers can easily write Python code with it. Like Python shell, IDLE can execute a single statement and create, modify, and execute Python scripts. Open it. Start by running your first Python program. Write your code here. Print, Hello World. Once you have written the code, press Enter. Here are the results. Hello World. Escape characters. An escape character can be used to insert illegal characters into a string. Example: the escape character allows you to use single quotes when you normally would not be allowed. lset equals London/school/ of emerging technology. Print, lset. Once you have written the code, press Enter. Here are the results now. London School of Emerging Technology. The escape characters table with examples can be used with your own print Python code. Python is awesome.
Oh! What?